Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Mid-Rank Madness. This is a game between Kojak and Malric on Cactus Valley, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Kojak. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Malric. Really cool roach spinning logo up there. I haven't seen that one before. Very cool indeed. All right, so this is another patron cast. One of these people have pledged $10 a month to the Falcon Paladin Patreon cause. And as a reward, I am casting his game. I'm not entirely sure who it is because there's no Kojak or Malric on the list. But this will be pretty great. It's a gold versus gold edition of Mid-Rank Madness. If you're unfamiliar with this, it is my weekly, or sometimes more often than not, examination of gold, platinum, and diamond level casting on the ladder. That is the biggest segment of the ladder as far as I know, and sometimes it gets overlooked, so I figured I'd create a feature to highlight this level of play. Alright, so Kojak looks all in the world like he's going to go ahead and do a Reaper spawning pool out for Malric as well. As an early expand, I feel like he went 17 hatch here, wasn't really paying too much attention, but yes, looks all the world like that. Getting no gas, so this could be a gasless opening from our player. Although at gold level, I'm a little bit wary of saying things like that because there we go. There's the extractor. A little bit late, but that's just fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, making Marines is Kojak. He doesn't trust his ability with Reapers yet, and that's understandable. Reapers can do some good damage, especially to low-level Zergs, but the problem is they're a little bit flimsy, and you just don't pay attention to them for about 3 minutes, and they will die. By 3 minutes, I mean like 3 or 4 seconds. They'll get killed. So I'm sure this guy's had some bad situations, bad experiences with Reapers, and it turned into a situation that he just decided to make Marines instead, which is fine. Getting that Marine count up means you're going to be safe. He's getting a factory without expanding, which I'm a little bit worried about. Zerg player should be in a pretty good spot with his fast expand and no pressure coming in from the Terran player. So what we're going to do with the factory is the question of the day. I'd like to see maybe some Cyclones, like a Cyclone Marine push would be interesting, but he is getting a Tech Lab, so probably going to be tanks instead on that one. And it's a starport, so it is a straight-up Destiny Cloudfist build here out of Kojak. That is a throwback to Husky. Been a while, but he or his subscribers coined that term of going barracks, factory, and a starport, all in successive order back in Heart of the Swarm, I believe it was. Really strong. It allows you to get a good composition out of Terran. You can make pretty much whatever you want, right, with these 3 buildings. You get Medevacs, Banshees, you can make Hellions, tanks. I mean, in Legacy of the Void, you can make the Cyclone. You also obviously have the Reapers. You can make Marauders out of here, too. The combinations are endless, and the timings can be really good, too. Like, players such as Innovation really loved the 1-1-1 for a while, but now the Reaper expand seems to be a little bit more popular, I'd say, especially against Zerg, and that's what we usually end up seeing. SCV has been scouting for the first 3 minutes of this game, and unfortunately is just now finding the Zerg base. So coming right on in and seeing a natural, which is really no surprise at this point in time. Although at gold, maybe it is. Maybe it is a surprise. Double evolution chamber up for Malric and a roach warren. Is he going for upgraded roaches here? Which actually, as far as the 1-1-1 goes, upgraded roach can be pretty good, especially if the roaches have +1 armor, which lets them survive a little bit better against siege tanks. Ooh, a Medevac's out as well. Double pumping Medevacs without the support of a reactor seems difficult, but I think we can roll with it. No Tech Lab on the barracks either. Recommend Mr. Kojak to get Tech Labs. At least 1 Tech Lab. Start getting an upgrade of some kind for your Marines. Whether it's Combat Shield or Stim, I don't care, but they need them. They need those upgrades so bad. So 2 tanks, a bunch of Marines, bunch of Medevacs, continuing to make that Marine count. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Kojak here. It's a little late. Excuse me. It's a little, I don't know. It's a little weird. But if he picks up these 2 Marines, I'm liking this drop. No, pick up the Marines. You have 2. I know you want to leave some base defense, but you don't need to. All right, here we go. Heading on out are these Medevacs. They contain 5 Marines and 2 tanks. Now, depending on the positioning, this could be pretty good, although there are some Lings here for our Mr. Friend Malric. Oh, the Lings are leaving, though. No. The Lings are heading up for an attack at the same time that the drop is happening in his natural base. Here we go. Dropping the tanks. Tanks get in siege mode. There are the Marines here, too, and the Marines trying to kill these dudes. The Lings getting right on top of everything, though, and wow. Enough Lings to actually take down all those Marines and that tank, and the Queen's trying to shoot down the medevacs at the same time. Excellently well held. We lost 10 Lings and a drone for 2 tanks and a SCV. Wait, did he save his Marines there? No. No. Why does it show he only lost... Why doesn't it show Marines lost up here? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Resources lost definitely reflect that. 750 lost for the Terran as far as resources go. But the, wow. Is my replay interface busted? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Is it not counting? It's not counting Marines lost. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that during this game. I don't think there was a patch right before I cast this. This is very odd. This is very odd indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So Malric has some Lings and some Roaches up. Did they have any upgrades at all? No, but just about. +1/+1. Oh, wait. Attack upgrades done. No armor. Okay. So missile attack and +1 melee attack just now completing for Malric. Kojak, on the other hand, is getting Widow Mines. He is making more Marines, getting stim for those guys. Oh, thank goodness he has a tech lab. You know what? Just go in. What's the worst that can happen here, dude? I really feel like he'd be very effective going in with Lings right now. That bunker is not full of Marines. There's a single tank. More Marines are coming down, which is a little bit scarier. And the medevacs... Ooh, and the... Wait, is there a Widow Mine? Is there a Widow Mine? No, there's not a Widow... Oh, there's a Widow Mine. One just popped out. There it is. Just popped out of that factory. So he's waiting for more Lings, though. Man, sometimes you watch these replays and you're like, you know what? There's a little window there you could have attacked, but you didn't. Out of fear, mostly. See, now there are Marines inside the bunker. It's being protected by 3 supply depots. 4 supply depots. I like this from Kojak. I like protecting the bunker. So the Lings come rolling in, and again, it's just they're going to pick off this tank, which is wonderful. Get inside the main. Oh, good lift of the supply depot. They're going to decide what they want to do. Hopping back into this mineral line. There are Marines there, but they get picked up and retreated. Lings trying to pick off those SCVs that are repairing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some Roaches finally waltzing in. A little bit late to the party. The repair of a single SCV. Is it enough to hold the bunker? It is. Oh no, 2 SCVs, enough to hold the bunker, and the Roaches, oh, the Roaches pick it off and decide to retreat, all 4 of them. Oh, and they have Burrow. What? When did he get Burrow? He's got Burrow. He's working on tunneling claws as well. He's not quite there yet, but again, the Roaches do regenerate more quickly when they're burrowed under the ground. It's the only unit that does that. I feel like, would it be OP if the rest of the Zerg units that could burrow would regenerate health more quickly when they're burrowed? I don't see why that would break things necessarily in the meta. Maybe I'll suggest it. Maybe I'll suggest it on the forums. They read those, right? Liberator here for Kojak. I love Liberator play so much from Terran. Got some units that are stuck on the inside of Kojak's main because the supply depots are down. You might want to lower that if you want to bring those people in. Good sir or madam. More Lings here from Malric and some more Roaches joining the front. A bit of a small drop for Kojak considering leaving, and then he recognizes, oh, giant army here. You know what? No. No, what the... I just lost my connection to BattleNet. Maybe that's a problem. Lings and Roaches popping on in and trying to take down that bunker. No, don't need to do it. Good, excellent shutdown of this natural base, though. This Liberator going to have a field day, but can't save everything, as it turns out. Dude, make some of these into Ravagers. You have enough money. Malric Ravagers are good against Liberators. They're really good against Liberators. This is driving me nuts, actually. Dude, you have 5 Roaches. You have enough money to make all of them into Ravagers, which are just better in this situation anyway. They share the upgrades, which is nice. Oh, running right on in. Get those Widow Mines before they burrow. Get the Widow Mines. Yes, they got the Widow Mines before they burrow. They can't really get up in the main, though, because they don't have any Banelings. Getting rid of some of these supply depots seems like a pretty good idea as well. He's doing a good job staying outside of the Liberator circle of death for the most part. Some Marines trying to chase these guys away as well. And trying to supply block Kojak, but it's not really working. He had a lot of supply depots. A lot of supply available for what he got. Third base is up and happy for Malric. It's 45 to 25 total harvesters. Oh, 16 Marines have died. Hey, look, it showed up. That's crazy. That's the craziest thing. 1 drone has been killed at this point. 66 Lings and 3 Roaches. Resources lost here. 2,800 for the Terran player and about 2,000 period for our Zerg player. Banelings coming in. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Banelings morphing in. They've got speed. Aspire coming up here as well. But Widow Mines and Liberators. 2 Liberators in the sky right now. And Hellions. I love this just eclectic grouping that Kojak has. Marines, Hellions, Widow Mines, Liberators. You don't usually see this in the pro level games, which is probably too bad. Overlord here at the front should probably be an Overseer. scout things out. It is a lair back home, so he can do that. Infestation pit on the way in. +1 carapace coming up as well. He wants that armor for his roaches and his Zerglings and Banelings, which do have +2 attack, all of them. Lings rolling in, coming back to the Widow Mine. Widow Mine does fire. Big hit. Big hit on that Widow Mine. Does get 12 kills. Ooh, more Widow Mine hits. Doing so well here. Oh, another hit. 3 kills. 10 kills on that Widow Mine. Banelings inside the main base, though. Oh, they decided to turn around instead. Oh, another giant hit. And somehow there are 2 roaches remaining from Malric. So he's going to burrow move here into the mineral line, and the SCVs will run for it. They see that coming. The scan saw him. And the roaches, are they already at full health? Man, that burrow regen is really good. A Raven on the way from our friend Kojak. Yes. Yes, Kojak, keep it up. Man, Liberator, 17 kills, 12 kills on that Widow Mine. 0 on that Widow Mine somehow. I don't understand how. Actually, both of these have 0. This one's got 3. There must have been some Widow Mines in here that got killed by those Banelings or moved. 10 kills on that one as well. Liberator setting up shop to defend. Not the mineral line, that's for sure, but that's okay. Third base under construction by Kojak, getting missile turrets. Excellent job. If you're dealing with cloaked units in any way, you'll want to go for those missile turrets. That is a recommendation from the Falcon Paladin. Mutalisks on the way from Malric as well. +1 flyer attack, +1 ground carapace. Loving these upgrades out of the Malric. What do we got? Creep spread pushing as well. And yeah, both players just kind of hanging out. About 43 workers in here for Malric. He should have more. If you'll notice, the third base is not saturated enough. The first and second are, but he's going for a fourth base now. You want to have enough drones to saturate this before it finishes, is what you want to do. You don't want to try to saturate it after it's done. So, especially now where you've done a lot of damage to the Terran player, if you're not necessarily going to finish him off, just go ahead and get more ahead. Just make 15 more drones, fully saturate that fourth base. It'll be 4 bases to effectively 2 bases sooner rather than later. Also scouting, you got to do some scouting here. Got to know that third base is coming up so you can try to shut it down. He could shut it down too if he wanted. There's really not enough to cover it. Kojak is taking a risk, but it's a necessary risk in order to get that third base up. He can't survive really much longer without it. So ton of Banelings on the ground. 30 Banelings. 30 Banelings with +2 attack and +1 armor here. An Infester and some Mutalisks. A bit of a drop here at the third base of Malric, though. Nothing defending it whatsoever. +1 attack. Marines with stim, but no combat shield. And then picking up and boosting out as soon as the defense shows up here. 3 Mutas trying to take that down. Trying to unload here inside the main, but no. Nope, bunch of Lings here to defend that one. And the medevac does get taken down. The Mutas chase it, and they get it. They do get it. The Marine inside does make a roar sound as he dies. So see, your fourth base is up, Malric, but you don't have anything with which to saturate it, which is not that great. Planetary Fortress upgrade here at the third base. Great choice out of Kojak, but about 13 Banelings will take that down. We'll see if that comes into play. Do you have an Overseer, Malric? Malric detection. Malric, dude, you know that there are a million Widow Mines, at least 4 or 5 Widow Mines. Got some Ravagers here at the front, finally, from Malric. That's wonderful news. Going in for the attack. Kojak taking a lot of losses, but baiting the whole Zerg army into this Widow Mine. Oh, Widow Mine massacre. Another Widow Mine shot, clearing out stuff. 18 kills. 18 kills on that Widow Mine. Ah, crikey. Infested Terrans thrown down to prevent the SCVs from running away. Corrosive Bile on the Liberator. Corrosive Bile, there it is. Corrosive Bile on the Liberator, but it dodges. It catches a Widow Mine by accident, though. That's pretty good news. Infested Terrans getting mown down. That was an amazing attack. Oh, man. How many Banelings have been lost? 55 Banelings lost. That does not count ones that exploded on units they wanted to. That is just 15 that died. This guy, Hero Widow Mine here, 18 kills on that dude. Holy smokes. 10 kills on that one. 1 kill here. You're lazy. You're a lazy bum, Widow Mine. I'd be making more if I was Kojak. Making more seems like a good idea. So yeah, Widow Mines are just, they're wonderful against a Ling Bling Muta composition, which Malric is trying to go for. Malric's still going for it, yo. He's got 44 Lings. He's got 5 Mutalisks here in production as well. Their rally seems to be broken as they're just kind of popping up by the hatcheries from whence they come. Fourth base has about 5 drones added. It's 48 to 34 harvesters. 26 SCVs have been killed, which makes a lot of sense, but Kojak's not that far down. all things considered here, making more production facilities. How are upgrades coming? He's not really doing upgrades for anything as far as I can see. Oh, no, he is. He is. +1 infantry armor is being researched right now. All right, so that's good. That should make his guys a little bit more survivable. Creep spread up this left side for a 5th base if Malric decides to go for it. I'm not sure he's planning on doing that or not. More banelings on the way. Dude, he really likes his banelings. He's making 16 more. He brought an overseer this time. I'm liking it. Why is he so slow? Overseer is this slow? Is his speed broken? Like he's on walk or something. I don't know. Maybe it's too early in the morning for you to be casting right now. Hive just about to complete for Malric. So we are going to see something pretty interesting here. A lot of idle drones here in the main base. You gotta move those. You gotta move those to this 4th base and make a 5th base probably as well. 9 more banelings on the way. This Widowmine is waiting for it. More Widowmines pushing across the map from Kojak and just burrowing just out of reach. Ugh. Is it gonna fire? Oh man, I don't know. Malric can see that, right? He could see it. His overseer was in perfect position to spot that thing spreading creep up this way. Just, you know, for additional comfort, having creep under your feet is very nice. Adrenal glands coming up for these lings. I like the upgrades we've got in these guys so far. +2 attack, +1 armor, and they're going to have adrenal glands in about a minute or two. Mutas try to fly over these, accidentally flying over these Marines and just getting blown out of the sky. Friendly fire Widowmine hit there. Pretty big deal. Rolling in with the lings at the front. Oh my gosh, Widowmine fire. That was so much. So many dead lings, so much friendly fire as well. Coming into the 3rd base, the banelings need to hit on that planetary fortress immediately. That's what they need to do. Focus on that and nothing else. So they're going after SCVs, which seem... Oh no, the SCV massacre though. Ooh, big time explosions, and they all die. Oh, all the dead SCVs, all the dead planetary fortress here as well. Big time hit. Took a lot of resources from Malric to take it down, but he got it. Stutter step action, taking down a barracks here as well. Got a Banshee trying to murder things. Has 8 kills to her name already. That was massive. That's 46 dead SCVs for Kojak. He is going to replant. He needs to replant immediately. His main base is effectively mined out, although he does have some residual minerals here he's not mining, which is odd. This Widowmine in the middle of the map near the Zonlaga Watchtower has 2 kills, which is excellent. Excellent as well. And pulling back, Malric losing things, man. Resources lost here. Terran player has lost about 11,000 resources and about 16,000 lost for the Zerg, which makes sense. It makes sense. But again, this is how this works. Zerg has additional bases, has some more macro going, can afford to absorb those losses and eventually win. But I don't know. Kojak moving out for the 2nd time in this game. He had a nice attack on the 3rd, but otherwise he's kind of been stuck inside his base for the time being. Widowmine does fire on a ling, which is not what you want if you're Kojak, but whatever. Another scan to kill these creep trimmers would be amazing. Corruptors in the sky. Corruptors are here to deal with those medevacs. We also have an Ultralisk cavern coming in here too, and a Hydralisk den. Liking these choices. Liking these choices out of Malric for sure. But again, what do we got at Kojak? Got Marines. They still don't have combat shield, do they? They still don't have combat shield. Oh no, Liberators, a great choice, especially against lower level players. Hard to micro against, although again, the Corruptor's pretty good in that situation. +3 attack is not done on the Zerglings. They do have attack speed of 0.35 rather, 0.035. That'd be so quick. Of 0.35, Widowmine killing some more lings running across the middle of this map here. Why are you seriously not bringing an Overseer again? Oh, Malric. Detection. That is the lesson I would give you in this cast, is detection. Detection. On the other hand, Kojak needs to replant his 3rd base real bad. Are we going to base race this thing? Maybe we are. The Terran player walking right into the natural base. Spore Crawler does hit a Viking, which causes Kojak to pull back entirely, which is very odd. Ling's running in here first, and Widowmine does fire. 14 kills on that Widowmine. Another Widowmine going to fire on something here, eventually weakening all of those roaches, but still just too many. The upgrades, that +2 attack, greatly benefiting. The Corruptors killing everything in the sky here as well. Good fungal on the medevacs so they can't retreat. Liberator running for its life. No, don't chase the Liberator. Just kill the medevacs. There we go. Killing the medevacs. Good stutter step action away on there again from the Malric. APM 131 for the Terran player. 146 for Malric throughout the game so far. So not bad APM for gold level. These guys are hanging on is what they're doing. Oh, and Kojak throws out the GG. Yeah, he didn't replace his 3rd base. Malric says, really? No, don't go. Why does he... He has 28 SCVs left. Does Kojak. This is a fun game, says Malric. Yeah, it's a fun game. More Widow Mines. Just, oh my gosh. 8 kills and 17 kills. More 17 Widow Mines. Are so good at gold level. You guys, if you're gold and you're playing StarCraft 2, just make Widow Mines. You're going to do pretty well with it, and that's it. Kojak is out with the good game well played. Good game well played out of Malric, and Malric is our winner today. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Again, it really came down to the fact that this third base didn't get replaced. I mean, yeah, Kojak lost 47 SCVs, but you can replace those. You've got mules. He just needed to keep it up is what he needed to do. The macro was really struggling. Malric actually sat on about 2,000 himself. So his macro was not that incredible either. Injects can struggle at this level, although he's got injects on 3 of his 4 hatches. Maybe not as bad as I expected. All right. Woo! Okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another Patreon mid-rank madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.